Here we go. We're going to put our photograms together in a digital file that we can turn in. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to locate the photogram template JPEG right here. There's nothing magical about it. It's just an 8.5 by 11 at 150 pixels per inch. So you could actually even just go to File and New and make a new one if you wanted to. You are then also going to take a photograph, a very nice clear photograph of each one of your photograms that you want to put inside this digital collage. Be careful of this here. See the pin? You might want to take a picture of it with the pin outside of the image because you don't want the pin to be inside your picture, but we're going to work around this anyways. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to crop these pictures. So I'm going to open them up in Photoshop. I'm going to go to my cropping tool, which is over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down on the cropping tool, and I'm going to use the perspective crop tool. Because these are not smashed under glass or they're not perfectly flat, I am going to do this, and instead of losing some of my picture, I'm going to grab the corners here with my perspective tool, and I can stretch these corners here and make them fit the corners. And if I'm having a hard time making them fit, remember Command plus zooms in, hold down my space bar and push my picture around. I can grab this, like so. Again, I'm holding down the shift. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding down the space bar, not the shift. Sorry, and I'm going to move this over here. Do a good job, get those corners all lined up. Here's a little negotiable there. I'm going to grab this corner. So see how the pin is inside the picture a little bit here, but I'm not going to worry about that for our demonstration here. All right, so then hit the check mark. I'm going to zoom out. And then what the cropping tool does too is it stretches the picture to make it a perfect rectangle. So then I'm going to go here, same thing. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to put the point here. I'm going to put the point here. I'm going to zoom in with Command plus, hold down the space bar, scooch this around a little bit. That looks pretty good over here. Scooch, scooch. That looks pretty good over here. Scooch, scooch here. That looks pretty good, but I'm going to bring this over here because I want this to be like that. Hold down my space bar and scooch it around. Here I'm going to bring this in and up a little bit like that. All right, I'm going to hit the check mark. There we go. Oh, I can see down in this corner I got a little bit left here. Oops. Zoom out. So maybe now that it's a perfect rectangle, I can use my regular cropping tool. I'll zoom in again. Push this up. And I'm going to bring this up. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Oops. Grab this. There we go. The closer you are, the finer you can make your movements there. All right, so I got my two pictures. So now, just like our alphabet, right, this should be pretty standard fare here. I'm going to say Control A, which is select all. Use my moving tool. I'm going to say Command C or Control C, or I can go to Edit Copy. I'm going to go to my template here, and I'm going to say Edit Paste or Control Paste. Then I'm going to show my transform controls. We know how to do that. Hold down the Shift key because we want to be in proportion, and we are going to place this. I'm going to place it for now. I'm going to place it like that. So then this one, I'm going to go here and make my check mark. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say all or select all, edit copy, go to my template. I'm going to say edit. I'm going to say paste. Transform controls again with my moving tool up here. I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to line this up. See the way the things automatically snap there? Try to make those the same size. There we go. Let's make this one a little bit smaller. There we go. So then, remember I have my layers, so I don't see my layers over here. Let's close the properties window here. Here's my layers. So each one of these photograms is now a new layer. Making sure that I'm on the right layer, I'm just using my arrow keys on my keyboard. Select layer 1. Oops, I gotta apply my transformation first. Like so. And I'm going to space them out. Now this is a pretty traditional layout. Let me hide my transform controls. This is a pretty traditional layout. And if you want to, you can do each one of these, remember, by doing a layer mask. So on this one here, if I say layer mask levels, I can adjust my levels a little bit. There we go. So I can darken that a little bit more. Like that. So this is without levels, with levels. Looks nice, right? Or I can try to bring my levels up top here, which will do levels for both of these at the same time. Or remember, I can layer mask here, so I could take black paintbrush, bigger brush. Oops. Making sure I'm on the layer mask itself. And I could paint out this with black, remember? and that way this side is black. Or you could do it cleaner, like I could select like half and half. There we go. And then I use my paintbrush, and I can only paint inside this guy like that. All right, so that is basically what you're going to do. And then you can save this as a flat JPEG. You know, if you want to go to Image, Rotate, you can put one on the top and one on the bottom. You can do whatever you want with it. This is the expectation, is to have your two side by side here. This is the one that then you would say File, Save As. When you're working on it, remember you want to save it as a Photoshop because Photoshop preserves your layers. But when you're all done with it, you're going to go to JPEG. You're going to save it to your desktop, give it a title with your name on it. Your name. Photogram, save it to your desktop, and then that's what you're going to upload to Schoology. Now, if you want to have a little more fun with this, you guys are becoming very savvy with your Photoshop skills. If you want to do something crazy on top of this, like you want to go to, color balance. I don't know if we'll be able to put any color in this. Oh, there you go. You could add some color to these if you want to. You know, have some fun with it. You are going to turn in a digital version and your original photo version, so if you want to make something crazy with these, you can do that as well. All right, there you go. Good luck and happy Photoshopping.